Hey, Rook, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Matt?
Just enjoying this dry winter.
Yeah, I know. It's the vacation season that turns into planning season very rapidly.
That's right. That's right. Well, hey, man, I hope you had a great holiday season and have decompressed from the VWR because a lot of folks want to know when the next one's going to be.
Yeah, there was no doubt this VRW felt completely different than the ones in previous, the ones we've done before. And there was a lot of momentum and it was so much fun. Even, not having been able to get 200, everybody left on a high note. And it was almost like as people were leaving, they were bummed. It's like, man, it's going to be a couple more years before we got to do this again. But it's important to do the pause, to do the build-ups. And, with some shuffling around, and we actually are pushing some events backwards to maintain the 3 year mark. And September 2028, we're going to be rallying again to make the 200 way possible. And I'm excited. It's crazy. In past iterations of this, it's always been like, I need a year to just not think about it. And here we are, having done it this past August, like, man, let's do another one.
Yeah, still hungry for more. So that's the big key takeaway, September 2028. That's awesome.
hmm
Historically, it's been in August. So why the change to September?
Yeah, if we look back even further, we used to do the records during Summerfest, and I remember the last one that we did, there was a definite point where we're like, we can no longer do these events together because they were each their own thing. And so that just kind of gravitated it to do it towards August. And, there was never really a good reason to move it. And then obviously now just watching some weather patterns and, thinking about when we plan our nationals, we always do it in September because it's perfect weather in Chicago. I mean, I say that with a grain of salt. It's just nice weather in Chicago. And it seems like the weather patterns have shifted. The season's maybe sliding back in the calendar a little bit. We're looking at early spring, not as nice as when we were kids. And we're looking at late fall, early fall, being better than it was when we were kids. So September is always nice weather in Chicago, a little bit cooler in the mornings, but yields a little bit better weather throughout the month. So September is where we're going to plant our flag and make it happen for 2028.
That's great. The other thing I'm excited about with 2028 is we took some feedback to heart and we coordinated with some other world record organizers, Amy, Sarah, Domi, to help deconflict. So I know they're planning the next women's head down record and European head down record, and I'm excited to that those will now be an opportunity as a training camp for the VWR. So hopefully we have more Europeans, more women, and just more opportunity to train for the 200 ways without getting record fatigue and having conflicting events. So I'm really excited how the stars have lined up for 2028.
Yeah, I definitely was a little chaotic on the buildup this past year. And I think, having heard the feedback and just like you mentioned, working cohesively with all the other big way organizers, we can put together a much better, robust plan where every event is a stepping stone and obviously achievement of its own. And then, working on momentum, working on the experience and the skill set to then ultimately come together 2028, knock out 200 and finally put the 200 way to bed.
Excellent. Well, man, I'm looking forward to what the next couple years bring, and I guess it's time to get to work.
Absolutely. Vacation season's over.
Awesome. Thanks, Rook.
Yep.
We'll
Thanks,
talk
Matt.
soon.